Namaste, my friends. Pavel Kalagin with you today. Yeah, yoga teacher in the tradition of Swami Sivananda, the great saint. Yeah, he wrote about 300 books, and he opened a lot of ashrams. His students opened a lot of ashrams all over the world. So I've been there, I lived in the ashrams, so I got initiated in tradition, and my spiritual name is Shankara, yeah, and got initiated by puja, mantra, yeah, but I'm not fanatical, I'm not in an organization, in any organization, pretty much by myself, but I have I follow the tradition. It's a core for me and everything. And I'm here in my own ashram in Brooklyn. It's a little one, 2021 July. So usually I've said pretty much, one second. Yeah, pretty much the same introduction in the beginning of the video, so who's watching me all the time, you just skip it. Yeah, but I don't know when, who, and where will see this video after years, so that's why I'm saying usually a few words about me and the channel. Yeah, a little information. So it's not advertisement, it's not commercial thing, I'm not commercial guy, for real. Yeah, students who comes here, they pay some money, yeah, but in in my platforms and on the internet, it's all free. It's absolutely not commercial. So I don't do drugs, I don't drink, I don't smoke. Before I did a little, but never too much. Yeah, I'm not saying I'm a great guy or anything. I don't think I'm better than anybody else. I don't have big ego. I have a small one. Yeah, and I'm not always watching, like looking into the camera, because my vision is not so good. I have problem with the retina from childhood. Yeah, but yoga for eyes helping me, and I have a video about that. You can see it in here on my channel. In here on the channel, it's plenty playlists, plenty topics, lines, so about meditation, relaxation, asanas, pranayamas, philosophy videos, spiritual way videos. It's a Vedic way, yoga way videos, mostly from me. So welcome, do your comments, it's very important for other people. Yeah, you can make a difference with somebody, you can change somebody's life even for good. So just talk. Yeah, I'm talking like I'm trying to talk from my experience. Not to teach how to live your life. I don't like to judge, to criticize, to I would say to push you, to force you to do some brainwash. I'm not trying to take you in any tradition, so it's a free video, and one of the platforms, it's my website. It's a big one. Many gurus help me even to do that. It's in Russian language, but for now it's a good translator. There are 165 languages, I guess it can do, so you can please come, just travel over the 3,000-4,000 pages. It's big. Yeah, yoga encyclopedia. Let's put it that way. Yeah, and also I'm publishing my own books. And one of the book it calls The Essence on the Altar of Love. So it's a book, it's my phrases, spiritual phrases in the book. Sometimes I'm stopping because I'm a meditative person and it's pretty hot today, almost night already. So I'm without clothes because it's too hot. I'm on top floor, and if I put AC, you're not gonna hear me. I like to be natural. I'm not even preparing myself too much before videos. Like I like to be spontaneous, like how it goes. So it's really a live video. So this book, The Essence on the Altar of Love, you can download it or read it from my book. From my site, absolutely free in any system. You can Google it, Pavel Kalagin, The Essence on the Altar of Love. I can send it to you. I have this book in electronic version and also in paper version, like in English and Russian and many other languages. So I can send it to you if you send me address, of course. You can connect me through the email. Under the video you can write it. You can write me in the messengers, and I'm in a Facebook and Instagram. Every day I'm putting there my own sutras, my phrases. Do comments like welcome. Yeah. So what else? I teach yoga about 30 years. About 30 years from now, I study yoga. So I had many teachers. I have teacher now. This pretty much this is it. And it's sometimes it's hard for me to find the right words. In particular, like to explain something spiritual, mystical, something about philosophy, Vedic philosophy. It's not even easy for people who knows English well. So I'm here in the States like more than 30 years from now, but it's still like usually I can speak well, but when I'm speaking about spirituality or like metaphysical stuff, it's like a lot of slang, Sanskrit words. It's not easy. So I might stop a little bit to think. So be patient, please. Yeah, and I'm doing it for you. Like it's not like I said, I'm trying to teach how to live your life. It's we're just talking. It's pretty much satsang today. So it's many lines, like I said, and I have in channel here. So and today it's gonna be each line in each playlist has like many videos. They're not connected to each other. And today's philosophy video, spiritual video, for people who seeking for God, Himself. Usually it's a few ways I'm doing satsang. I do comments on my own phrases, another one for somebody's phrases, some wisdom teachers, and I tell some wisdom stories also, and trying to take example or lesson from these people, from the story. Yeah, today it's gonna be another philosophy satsang. We're gonna speak a little about spirituality. Yeah, the first thing I wanted to say, it's pretty known saint, Ramana Maharshi or Maharishi. Yeah, he lived in India in the 20th century, so almost everybody knows him. He was the master of Jnana Yoga, or Jnana Yoga. Yeah, amazing person, amazing face. I would really recommend you to get his photo. You're gonna see his eyes, you would never forget it. So he's so sane, so enlightened. Yeah, I have once just small stories example. He always, not always, but he spoke about it many times. Yeah, and I also have like lines of videos about like saint people, about gurus also. But today I'm not. It's like looks like I'm gonna speak about Ramana Maharshi, but I'm not gonna tell like his story, like his life and everything. Just few examples from the master, few lessons, few stories, few phrases. Yeah, one of them. First of all, when people asked him like when he did mauna, it's like when you're not speaking for a long time. It's a very old yogi practice. So and sometimes he did it, and then people ask him like, "You really? What did you do like in mauna?" It's a big thing. You're not just. People think you're not just not talking. You're doing something special about it. But sometimes we're overreacting. Like we're waiting for miracles. And he always answered very honestly. I just didn't speak. And everything else goes by itself. If you don't speak, you don't have to do anything else. You just don't speak, and the old transformations, like you're ready for, they will happen. If you're not ready for them, they're not gonna happen. So it's very simple. And people didn't believe him. They think he did deep meditations with that. Some people do. When you do meditation, you don't talk also. But you meditate not for a long time, like people do mauna for years. And he did. So that's one like lesson for you. Like you can read about mauna, but not speaking. Even I know some places, even in here in New York State, like temples when people goes exactly like to do mauna. And do not overdo it. Be natural, be yourself. Another thing, people always ask him like why he's kind of telling people different answers, like completely different, like opposite. Like he did like that, like let's say some person coming to him and asking like, is the God exist? And he could answer, no, God not exist. There is no God. For another person, he can say, yeah, of course he exists. And the students, the main students around him here, they were like in shock. They was like, you lying or something, like why you telling this like so different things? And he explained like, for some people you should say it exists for today, because he saw people, he was enlightened, he saw the karma, he saw the person, what he's thinking about, what he is all about. And he just said like what the person needed to hear that day. Yeah, it was very wisdom thing to do. You can take some lesson from that. Another thing, I like that a lot. That's how he explained, like it's better not to rush in the life, and better not to do some extra practices like which not, let's say, natural, or for you, you're doing it with attention. Yeah, if you're not ready for them, about really peace inside of you, what is it? It's not just when you're relaxed after you took some pill or something. It's not about it. It's when you know, and you're deeply not worried about anything. You just know what's going to happen in some way. In general, not in details. It's not necessarily. So he said always like, if you in a train, you don't have to hold it, your luggage, in your hands. You can simply put it on the shelves. That's an amazing example. Yeah. That's what we do sometimes. Most of us. We're all on the same train anyway. You might do something, you might not do something. You don't have to worry about that too much. You do what you should do, of course. It's not like about laziness or something. But you don't have to worry about that too much. The God already did everything. You're not gonna, change anything. You're not gonna do better than God. So that's about real peace inside. Just simply put it on the shelf. Don't keep this luggage with you. It's amazing. It's very deep story. Very deep example. Think about it. Another thing, he always said, like, people ask him, like, what's the best tapas you think? Tapas, it means like some effort, some practices when you do some sadhana. And the ashram was really in Tamil Nadu. It's on the south of India. And it was very hot, it's still very hot over there, like extreme, like in Africa, even more. And he said the good tapas, it's just to stay here in the summer, because in the summertime it was almost nobody there. And it's understandable. But he was there. He said that's the real tapas. especially for some people, just to stay, just to be there. It sounds simple, but it's not. Yeah. And another thing, from many masters, I just want you to remind you, maybe you know that already. Even scientists know this already. It's a proven thing. When you do something with real consciousness, when you're aware of it, anything, not just simple concentration, but you go with the process, you really try to be really in it. And it's completely different result when you not paying attention what you're doing. You're just doing it, and you can speak, you can do anything, but it's completely other results. It was experiment like long time ago in Mexico with the women who was working in hotels, and they were moving a lot, like they cleaned all the apartments, you can say, and everything, so mopping the floor, like vacuuming, like it's very difficult job. But at the same time, all of them were, it's very known example, they were pretty fat, like big. And one doctor, like, he thought, like, one psychiatrist, he did this experiment, like, it's, you can use it on your path, with your, like, on the yoga path also. It's about concentration, dharana, it goes in yoga. It's so important to be in life, in general, like, aware of things, not to sleep, not to do automatically, like, you don't know what you're doing. And opposite, you don't have to think too much. It's not like you're supposed to think too much also. You should think, of course, but it's kind of, tricky thing. Yeah, but they, and he took one group of the women, and he just asked them, like, to pay attention what they're doing, not to listen to the music, not to think about something too much, not just concentrate, like, follow yourself, like what you're doing, like exactly, like be aware, be in the moment, in the present moment. And another group, he didn't tell them anything, so they were just working like usual, automatically. So this group, after about few weeks, I think, they lost a lot of weight because it's a difficult job, physical job, and they lose a lot of weight. And other group who was just working didn't. They stayed in the same weight as before. That's a very good example to think about. So our concentration, but with no tension, it's important. It's about awareness. It's very important in each practice you're doing in yoga. You meditate, you do asanas, you eat, anything you do. If you complete in it, if you total in it, the result is completely different. You may say, yeah, of course, when you pay attention, concentrate, it's going to be better. Not necessarily. Some people over concentrated, then they like tense. It's a different thing. They concentrate too much with attention. Let's say they're playing guitar. They're not loose, they're not free. But you just, with no tension, but you staying here. You try not to put your attention somewhere else. Be in it completely, like you're one with the thing you do. And you'll see if you're gonna do this, many things in your life and in your meditation, in your spiritual practices, will be much more successful. Yeah, I think that's enough for today. I think it's a lot to think about. It was the small things, but each of them, people thinking like for whole life about them, including me. So I wish you awareness, be aware, spiritual. And I hope you learned something from satsang today. Stay healthy. Namaste.